Okay, we have seen polymorphism in our last class, where we have seen the method overloading and method overriding concept, right? That what is method overriding? Where a child class can redefine a method of its parent class. That is the same name and same parameter when we do. That is called method overriding. Then we see the method overloading also, where we can define multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. That also we have checked with an example in our last class. So this is another OOPS concept, polymorphism. There is one more OOPS concept, that is abstraction. Okay, we'll see that today, like what is abstraction and what is the use of abstraction. Okay, use of abstraction. Okay. So what is abstraction? Abstraction, spelling, abstract, Abstraction, abstraction, use of abstraction. Okay. Hmm. So abstraction is nothing but where what we do is we hide the details. Okay, we always hide the internal details and so only the essential features. Like how you will hide. So that is the best example of abstraction is the interface. What is actually under interface we do? Under interface, we only create the method name, right? But we are not creating the what exactly this print method is doing, this show method is doing. We are not creating it. Where we are creating, wherever this is required, we are calling that method, and then we are adding the extra information, whatever information is required, that we are adding. So this is nothing but called abstraction. Abstraction is the process of hiding internal details and showing only essential features. Okay. So here we are hiding the details. Whenever it is required, we call them and we add the details over there. So that's what abstraction is do. So abstraction can be achieved by interface and abstract classes. There are two ways we can achieve this abstraction. That is, one is your abstract classes. We can define a class as an abstract classes and we can achieve this abstraction over there. And another way is we can achieve it through interfaces that we already see that how we can do that. Okay, so what is the main use of why this abstraction is used? First purpose is hide the complexity. Okay, means if the we are not showing to the user that what is the complexity of the code, we are not showing to the user. Okay, so if you see here, right now it is for an example, this is a one line of code, but there will be a complex codes written in this, okay, print method, but that is not required to see. That code is not required to the end user, right? Why that end user will go through the code, and that is not at all required. That for end user, it should be that end user should know that, okay, there is a method to execute my program. So that's it, it is required. So that is why abstraction is used. Only relevant methods is exposed and we are hiding the complexity of this. Then what we do is like, let us say I can give you the example, like which example I can give, a real time example. If you see, we go to ATM to take money, right? So there we don't know like how this money is being processing and it is coming to us. We only type there, few buttons are there, we type there and we are getting it money. The simple real-time example I can say this one. So that is the abstraction. Only the interface we know, that is the buttons are there, we are clicking there and then the money is coming, but we don't know like the money is coming from where. So they are hiding the details like how this process is working and all. Only we are seeing the getting the money, right? So that is also one example of abstraction I can say. So like if I say like I want to create a class itself abstraction, so how I can achieve that? Okay, so for that what you need to do is any class you are creating, right? Any class you are creating, you can make it as abstract class by giving here, you will remove this public. Okay, You just add the keyword called abstract. Okay, then your class will become an abstract class. Okay, so this abstract class can have a abstract method and also a non-abstract method. So any abstract class can have both. It can have an abstract method. What is abstract method? Means method without body is called a abstract method. Okay, so any abstract class can have a abstract method. Abstract method, again you can define it through abstract keyword only. Okay, so abstract, then you can define it as void. Let us say I am defining void sound. So this is a method. Okay, I just created one abstract method. Abstract method will be having no body. Abstract method without body. Okay, and abstract class can have a normal method, that is called non-abstract method. Okay, so this is a non-abstract method also I'm creating, void sleep. Okay, and it's having some statement, system dot out dot println. Okay, sleeping. So that's it. Okay, fine. So sleeping is stated. So this is the abstract method, and this is the non-abstract method, which is, so you can easily differentiate it because abstract keyword is not used. So abstract class can have a abstract method and non-abstract method. But a normal class like public class, private class, this will have only non-abstract method. You cannot create abstract method inside that. Fine. So now I'll create another class. Okay. Let's say class music I'm creating, which extends, you can extend abstract class, no issue on that. Okay, use of abstraction, you can extend this class. And here, okay, here what you need to do is you need to add the call this method void, what is that method name, abstract method you can call, and you can define that method. Okay, system dot out dot println music. Okay, so I have defined that method. That abstract method I can use anywhere and define it. So in a real-time project, what is the use? Like we know that some your website is having a combination of multiple pages, web pages, right? And each web page is having a different URL. All the URLs are not same, right? So what you can do is you can create a abstract method only to navigate to the URL, but you are not providing the URL over there. Fine. So wherever you require, for which page you require to navigate in that particular page, you can call that abstract method and you just provide the URL over there. That's the easy way to achieve it, right? So it means you can, once you write the code, created the method, and you are using it multiple times. Wherever it is required, just only passing the parameters. Fine. So that way you can achieve it in real-time example. Sorry, real-time project. Okay. So here this is done. This is, we have called it. Next, what you need to do is you need to create a class with the main method, right? Abstraction. Okay. Public static void main. String type arguments. Okay. Then music object equal to new. Then I'll create an object of, because I want to call this one, no, use of abstraction. For this one parent, I will create an object for the child. When I create an object for the child, okay, so with this object I can call this sound method also, because that is from the parent, and I can call this method also, sleep method also. Okay, that is done. Okay. So when I run this method, both will call. So you got the output music and sleeping. Okay, this way you can achieve the abstraction. Okay, so under abstraction, when you create a abstract class, you need to follow some rules. One is abstract keyword is there required for the class creation for abstract class for the method creation. That is the abstract keyword we are using. So so under abstract class, that what we know that abstract methods will be there. Okay, we can create an abstract method inside this. Also, we can create a non-abstract method that is called implement methods. Implemented methods also we can create inside the abstract class. Can we create constructor under abstracted? Yes, we can create a constructor as well. Okay, we can create a constructor. There is no restriction in it that we can create a constructor under the abstract class. Can you create variables? Yes, we can create variables under abstraction. Okay, so there is nothing like abstract. Okay, so variable name, nothing like normal variable creation how we are doing that we can do. That is the static variables you can create, or instance or local variables also you can able to create inside that. Okay, can you initiate it? Initiate it means can you use it through new keyword like this? Okay, no, directly you cannot use it. Okay, indirectly what we need to do, by creating an object of parent to child, that we can achieve it. Okay, directly you cannot create it use of abstraction object new use of abstraction, that is not possible through parent class object to the child class constructor. So that way we can achieve the uh, create the object under abstraction. Okay, these are the points to remember over here. So this is called why, because abstraction class is having abstraction classes, sorry, abstraction methods and implemented method. 100% abstraction is not achieved by abstract class. So that's why interface comes into picture. Under interface, we can achieve the full abstraction. That is called the 100%, sorry, 100% of abstraction we can achieve under this interface. Okay. So, hmm. Okay, so what we do in that interface, as we know that here only under interface you can only create abstract methods. You cannot create implemented methods here. That's why it is called 100% of abstraction is achieved in interface. Okay, but here when you create interface, abstract keyword is not required. Okay, so that's the difference. Here you just need to create it through interface. It's not a class, it's an interface. Okay, interface is nothing but a combination of classes only. Multiple different classes, variables, abstract classes and abstract methods. Okay, so here you can create only the abstract methods. Fine. So that's why. Okay. So that's what is about abstraction over here. So the way I mentioned about the real-time project example, like you can make a page, okay? So we can, in your real-time code, what you need to do, previously also I told you, like we are not going to create like this in our future. Like this, we are creating these pages, right? Under these pages, for each page, we are creating this WebDriver, we are creating the constructor, right? So what we need to do is we'll create a base page. Okay, that is the common page for all this space. There we will create some abstract methods, and then we will call these abstract methods in each page. That we will see in our coming classes. Just give me some more days. I will show you like how to do that. Okay, so that way we can achieve this abstraction over there. Any doubt under abstraction and interface?
Yeah, can you go back to the previous program?
Yeah.
Not in this class. In
Hmm.
the polymorphism, I mean, can you scroll down?
Polymorphism one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Can you just give me what is overriding and overloading?
Okay. Fine. So overriding in the sense where you are, there is a inheritance concept where parent and child both will be there. So when you are overriding the parent class methods in child class, where the method name should be same and the parameter also need to be same. Here, if you see, these all are example of method overriding. Sorry, loading, not overriding. Okay. So this is one class. I will show you in inheritance this method overriding. Hmm. So we have a method, this one or any other, we have done it. I think this one, parent, child extends parent, word login, word login. Hmm. So what we are doing over here? See, so we have created one method, login method. So this is the parent class and this child is extending parent and the same method we are calling it again. So it means it is overriding the previous method. Okay, it is overriding the previous method. When I do, I'll not create like this. I'll create a child class object equal to new and child class only constructor I will call. And when I do like this and call the login method, because this login method is overridden, in output it will show me only this child login method, not this login method. See, in output you can see under child login method. Okay. So here I want to use this parent object to new login. Okay. So this will override because we are doing override over here. Only this one will call. Got it? This login method will not call. Now let's see what it is printing. Okay. So here to overcome. So this is not the correct way to use this create a object when it is the codes methods are overridden. Okay. So for the correct way is always use create a object of parent class and call the child class constructor. Okay, so this is one way to achieve this method overriding. Let us say I'm having another method over here, void a, integer type a, integer type b. Okay, void add. Let me make it void add. And then, okay, system dot out dot println a plus b. Okay. So I will use the same method. It is the same method over here. Okay, what I did, I what I did is the same name, same parameter. I have created another one in child. Okay. So what it says, method overriding a child class can redefine a method of its parent class that is the same name and same parameter. Okay, so that is called method overriding. So here what we did the method overriding over here. So when I run this, okay, when I run this, then the method is overridden and only the child class method will be 5 comma 6. Okay, okay, I'll change it. B minus A I'll do. B minus A. Any logic you apply, that's not, there is no issue. Okay. So run the, so 5 minus 6, sorry, 6 minus 5, 1, it is printing. So why method overriding? See, is used because we are doing the, what we are doing, code reusability we are doing here. Let us say in parent class, you created one method, but the logic of that method is not required. The parameters you can use it, but the logic you don't need. Then you just call that method through method override and change the logic. That's the another way to achieve inheritance. Okay, and code reusability. Sorry. So that's where method overriding comes in picture. Then another one I told you about the method overloading. Under method overloading is what? The name should be same. Okay. Method name should be same. The parameters can be different. Like here it is an integer type, here it is a double type. Either the parameters will be different or else the parameter count. Here it is 2, here it is 3. You can do like this. This is called method overloading. Okay. This way in one class only you can call the same methods multiple times with different parameters. There we have done the through the inheritance concept. But here under method overloading, you can do it in inside in one class only. That's the use of method overloading. Okay, you can define multiple methods with the same name but different parameters. Got it?
Yeah. Scroll down once.
Hmm.
Uh, oh, okay. So based on the how the parameter we pass,
Hmm.
depending on that, it will pick the correct method, right? No
Right.
overload. Okay.
So we have completed all the OOPS concept. Okay.
Hmm.
So these are the main 6 OOPS concept which are used in wherever you go in Selenium Java when we do the framework creation. This OOPS concept comes in picture under framework creation. The more OOPS concept you use, your framework is that much of stable, and you can see from the creation of the folder structure and the how you define the pages and common classes utilities. From there anyone can guess that how much oops is used over there. So that's why oops concept comes in, means it's very important for testers as well under framework creation. Okay. Then in our coming classes under Java, then the most important one is string. Because anywhere you go, string is the only one thing what is required in, means is data is the only one thing, right? So we manipulate data, we use update data, we delete data. So data is nothing but the strings mainly. So string manipulation is another thing that you need to know, and you need to practice more under string manipulation as well. So that concept under Java we'll see, okay, in our next class. Fine.